Big projects, they are popping up everywhere around Indiana with the promise of breathing new life into long vacant properties. In Fort Wayne, there's the $440 million Electric Works development in the city's downtown. It's a former General Electric campus that once employed more than 20,000, going to be transformed into a mixed-use innovation district. There are also big plans in South Bend for the former Studebaker automobile factory. The nearly century-old building will be transformed into a massive mixed-use innovation and technology center. And here in Indianapolis, the former GM stamping plant targeted for a $1.4 billion mixed-use redevelopment project. Waterside would span some 100 acres and include nearly 3 million square feet of office, commercial and retail space, residential, hotel, and recreation space as well along the water. Also in Indianapolis, Hendricks Commercial Properties has big plans for its $300 million Bottleworks District on Mass Ave. It's a multi-use neighborhood covering 12 acres at a former Coca-Cola bottling plant to include restaurants, shopping, lifestyle living, office space, and entertainment. And this week I sat down with Hendricks CEO Rob Gerbitz at another one of his company's properties, the Ironworks Hotel in the city's north side, to talk about the Bottleworks project and news of more additions to that project. Let's give us an update on construction and where things are and when you expect Bottleworks to open.
Sure. Well, if you drive by there now, you see a very big hole in the ground, which is great to see. But you see, foundations, and a lot of that work is going in, for a lot of the new buildings as well as the parking garage, that's a big part of what you're seeing right now. Construction's ongoing in the hotel building and then the 3 garage buildings as well. We'd like to see the hotel and High Alpha, like we talked about before, and living room theaters, and them come online somewhere around August, September of next year. But we're pushing now for the food hall to be coming online in April of next year.
Let's talk, if you would, talk about some of these new additions.
Yeah, well, Daredevil Brewing is in now, as well as Lick Ice Cream Bar, Square Cat Vinyl, and then we have, additionally, we have Blue Point Oyster Bar, Simply Divine Cupcakes, which is another one that we're kind of excited about, Brick and Mortar, which is a barber, which kind of a little bit goes against the food hall aspect of it, but we want to kind of put little different aspects in the food hall that isn't just food. So we're still looking for some of those little ancillaries that we want to put in as well.
The food hall is going to be a major attraction, obviously, but the office component is something that's important. I know, as we were talking off camera, you indicated you've really been getting a lot of demand. High Alpha, certainly kind of what I would consider an anchor kind of tenant, be moving in. But talk about demand for office.
We thought we'd have a good office component here, but it's really ramped up, and the brokers have really brought a lot of interesting groups to this now, and we want to continually build on that, and we're actually kind of building on a little bit more than what we initially planned, and a lot of that comes back to is that the more office users you have a daytime population that's there all the time, and we're going to have housing here, of course, but a lot of the housing, they work and they go somewhere else, for during their day job, and they're not there. Now they're there at night, which is nice, but to have that office component and have some dynamic users there is really big, and High Alpha has just really led the way from that.
I want to ask you about one other new addition ready to be announced, and that's Pins Mechanical. Who they are, where they're from?
Yep, Pins Mechanical is duck pin bowling, pool. It's bar orientated. It's not food. It's very high style, high design. They're out of Columbus, Ohio. Really just a spectacular brand that they've created. And when we first met with them, and as you can kind of see behind me in this particular room, it has a lot of that same style. So we really gelled well with them, and I just think they're going to just bring a nice entertainment value that we really want to have. Beyond food. Why
are you so excited or optimistic about the success of Bottleworks? You've got the north side property here that's done well since launching. So you as a company really have a lot of confidence, it seems, in Indianapolis.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we have a tremendous amount of confidence in Indianapolis. It's really been great to work here. And I've said this before, I might have said this before with you. I mean, a lot of what we do, I could say development can be war in particular communities that you work on, because they're not as development friendly, they're not about as business friendly, and economic development in particular. Indianapolis is not that. They are very economic development friendly, and they're collaborative. I mean, you know, I don't want any community to come in and say, just do whatever you want. I want to hear your voice. I want to hear your opinions. I may not always agree with them, and that's okay. And you may not always agree with mine. But it's been so collaborative. Mayor Joe and Hogsett and his whole team have been great to work with for us through the, not as much through this project that we're sitting on, a little bit through here, but mostly, in Bottleworks. It's just really been just a collaborative effort, and that's all we can ask for.
Much more to come on Bottleworks, indeed.